Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, I shaved, as you can see. I shave every, give or take, few months, fully shave. But anyways, the topic of this video will be on the new My Little Pony series, Friendship is Magic. And with that, you guys, it's a little debated topic. And just to reinforce this, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. And with that, you guys, I'm not brony myself, but personally I find that My Little Pony is a fairly good show. To be honest, look, I grew up watching cartoons and other things like that, of that nature. The main big one being Pokemon, of course, since I quite literally grew up with it. And ever since then, I've really haven't seen that much good cartoon slash anime type things on TV and whatnot. But My Little Pony was one of those things that struck me back in my mid to early teen years. And I am in my last teen year of me being 19. But to be honest, My Little Pony, to be honest, yeah, and people will agree with me on this, that its target demographic is young girls, being that its main demographic is for little girls, preferably in the age range of like, I don't know, give or take 3 to 10, I believe. I don't know. All I know it's for younger girls and the younger audience in general. But here's the thing. My take on it is that sure, the antics of the characters in the show are relatively cheesy at say at least, but some of the antics of some of the characters are funny. But I don't know. I do watch the show from time to time, but I'm not a fan of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a good show and just about the best cartoon I've seen in years, which is actually saying a lot, but I digress. And with that, the uh, excuse me, um, the I truly can't fully describe in words what goes on, but I don't know. And also, the fan base. I go on and on and on about them, but here's the synopsis. My own take on the fan base. Like, all fan bases of basically everything, like, from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh! To My Little Pony, has those fans that you can actually tolerate. Meaning those fans that can actually take criticism and among other things. And, of course, there are those fanboys, yes, fanboys and fangirls of the series, that can't take criticism and everything else like that. And it's those people that worry me. And this goes for all fans of everything, not just My Little Pony. Things like that worry me. Because, while people who give reasonable, legitimate arguments for liking it, it's just that those people who can't take criticism are just that. People who can't take criticism. And with me, I am a fan of plenty of things. I like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, wrestling even, pro wrestling. Mainly WWE and TNA really, but I don't know. Excuse me, I digress, but here's the thing. I'm a reasonable person. And with me, I could take things I like being criticized. Like the game Asura's Wrath. Hold on. This game, right here, Asura's Wrath. In my mind, it's a pretty good game. The best game I played in 2012, which is actually saying a lot because I only got my Xbox the middle of last year, and Asura's Wrath is basically the only game that I've actually legitimately bought and played throughout that year besides Black and White 2. And people have been downing Asura's Wrath for it being essentially a long movie instead of a game. That, and there's two main gripes amongst gamers. QuickTime events and button mashing. QuickTime events can be utilized right in games like God of War and No More Heroes for being the two main famous examples, but Asura's Wrath is up there in my opinion. Despite me not playing No More Heroes, but I digress. And getting back to My Little Pony. I first saw like an episode of My Little Pony or some shit like that when I was about, give or take, 14, 15 years old. And I was like, oh my god. Blew my mind at the time. I was like, I like that shit. But unfortunately, I haven't seen it ever since then. And back in like 2010, 2011 maybe, I started to get back into the series. And I noticed that that the animation style was drastically different from what I saw. But again, I don't know. It's just, I don't keep track of it for every single day and things like that. And yeah. And with me, personally, I find the show to be quite good. The dialogue between some of the characters, it can be cheesy sometimes. Hint, sometimes. And the characters. There are characters that I do like. Sorry guys, I was thinking. The two main characters that I like. Pinkie Pie and Applejack. Pinkie Pie mainly due to her color palette, mainly because I like the color pink. And it's Pinkie Pie's antics that really strike home to me. And yeah, it's basically that, her antics, and her just nutty personality that really makes her basically tied at first for being my favorite My Little Pony character, besides the fact that I don't watch it all too often, and I'm not a fan. And Applejack, she's a hard worker, cowgirl, country girl and all, which I like, by the way, and yeah. Anyways, this getting towards the end of my 10-minute limit on my 3DS. And overall, My Little Pony's a good show. And I just had to get this out here, you guys. And besides,